Okay, I just thought I'd share with you a little bit of my other hobbies I have, something to keep us busy during this time. I turn pins and I turn game calls. Some of my pins and calls are made out of resin. I make my own molds to pour these to make the colors I've got, and then I take them out and drill them and turn them on my lathe. It's a lot of fun. I pressure them first while they're curing to get out all the bubbles so it looks smooth. But this one I'm holding here is a deer call, a grunt call. I have it set for a grunt, and it can be set to a doe bleat too. The one that's red, white, and blue, now that's a predator call. Boy, it can get after it. And then a couple of the others there on the end, they're duck calls. Now I'm by no means a duck hunter, and I've never called a duck up, so whether they sound like a duck or not, I'm not sure. About the only thing I know is my deer call works good and my predator call works great. As far as the duck calls, I want you to know, on any of this stuff, the pins, the calls, or any of it, I am no expert. All I know, I just enjoy working with these. And here are some things I made on my lathe, bandsaw, and scroll saw. The Beatles, what's the name of that album that you see them walking there? I'll tell you here in a little bit. That's two-part. You scroll out the top part, paint the bottom part, and put them together. It's about a ½ inch thick. That's a honey dipper. And then the Christmas ornaments. We have some scroll saw boxes, or not scroll saw, bandsaw boxes. The square one at the front there a second ago, that was the first one I made. That's about the third one I made right there, I believe. And then a baby cradle, scroll that out. I made a lot of these, and I enjoy working with them. Now, I also have a rooster over there to the side. My wife collects anything chicken and roosters, so I made that for her. Oh, by the way, the name of that album is Abbey Road. I didn't know if anyone was old enough to remember that album with the Beatles. It came out in '69, so. Now this is called a fret basket. I scrolled this out. Now each one of them little cuts, you know, you got your pattern down, you got to drill a hole in each one of these and scroll it, and then you pull it back through and thread it through another one and scroll it out and continue on. Now I know a lot of y'all have probably done this and know what I'm talking about, but I'm just sharing a little bit of my hobbies that I do. The oldest hobby I have other than hunting and fishing is ham radio, at which I got my novice ticket in 1988. I started out as a novice, and where you had to learn Morse code, got my license, my novice ticket, and I worked code for quite a while until I worked up to technician, and then after technician went to general class, and then stayed at general class several years during this time, and after I retired, I studied, and then I got my extra class. So each time you advance, it opens up more of the amateur radio bands, and then when you get to extra class, it opens up the whole amateur radio band for you. You've got everything at your disposal at that time. So it's a nice hobby. It's a good hobby, and it's one that I've really enjoyed. Now the one I'm messing with here is called an HF rig, high frequency, and the one up above that has a yellow face, that is dual band UHF and VHF radio, ultra high frequency and very high frequency. And so amateur radio is really a good hobby to get involved with. Well, I know it wasn't about cooking and things like that, smoking and grilling, but I just thought I'd share a little bit of my other hobbies I do and kind of let you know what I do to pass my time and to help deal with the V while we stay at home mostly and what have you. So just wanted to share that with y'all. I hope you enjoyed it.